Woohoo! We are back for day 3 of the Fire Your Diet Masterclass. And today we want to start just with a really uplifting song called Overcomer as we just wait for women to log in.
Exactly.
So listen to Overcomer by Mandisa while we wait. Give us a few minutes for women to log in.
Tell us hello and where you're coming in from today.
Say hello. Tell us where you're coming in from. There's a little bit of lag time, just so you know. So go ahead and say hello to us so that we can see your comments. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Helen. Hi, Sheila.
Hey, 2 from Manitoba right there. That doesn't happen very often.
No. And Sheila from West Virginia. Hi, Joan.
And Nova Scotia in the house. Woohoo!
Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Val. California in the house. Woo! And hello.
Nice. What are you cooking, Myrna?
Hi, Ontario in the house.
And oops, hello. We knew what you meant.
You're an overcomer, and we do believe in you, okay? Okay.
Rainy Kitimat. Hi, Karen. We've got cold and snowy here today.
Yeah, we had a really heavy frost this morning. We don't know where you live, what part of the world you're in. You might have sunshine and warm. I know one of my friends was outside today and it was sunny and I was like, oh man, that sounds lovely.
It sure does.
Hi, Marilyn.
Hi, Peg, Cornelia, Wisconsin. Woohoo! Marilyn, Myrna. Homemade bread. Yum.
Yum,
yum, yum, yum.
Wow, wow, wow.
So who's ready for day 3?
Give us a thumbs up if you're ready for day 3.
Hi, Sandra.
We are really glad that you're here. And we know that, wow, today's Wednesday. And tomorrow, if you're in the States, it's to your Thanksgiving. So you're probably doing some prep cooking today, I would imagine.
Exactly, yeah.
So, wow.
Hello
Amazing.
from Texas. 71 just took a walk. Oh, Donna, that sounds kind of nice.
That sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, but that's a long way from where we are.
Texas is nice. Yeah, I think I need to go to Texas for the winter.
Yeah, exactly. And Shelly from Medicine Hat.
Wow, nice, Shelly. We're glad you're here.
Yeah. Marilyn, you've got this. You've got it too.
Yeah.
We've all got it going on today. Happy Wednesday. So
today we are going to talk all about creating a healthy lifestyle that you love. That is going to be awesome. Once you've created that healthy lifestyle that you love and you want to live forever, wow, you're never going to ever want to go back to being on a diet. Right?
Nope. I haven't wanted to go back to a diet once ever. Nope.
No, we're done with
not
diets.
Even a little bit.
We fired our diet on day 1. So if you're just new with us, if you're just logging in now, I just want to say, my name is Ruth.
And I'm Casey.
And we're a mother-daughter team, and we own the Way Down lifestyle. And we live the lifestyle that we love.
We do.
And we want to share with you today how you can have this too. It's an opportunity, and we're going to give you an opportunity at the end of this today to join us. And we really, truly hope that you do. But if you don't, that's okay too.
Exactly.
Because we have given you the tools that you need to go and create your own healthy lifestyle.
And we've got some more tools for you today. So stick around, stay tuned. And it's going to be a jam-packed day. And before we get into it, I'm just going to tell you that today we're talking all about lenses. Okay. And the lenses that you choose to view your life through.
That's right.
And it's a big topic. It's a big topic for weight loss, but really this topic is important for every aspect of your life. And that's actually why we chose the song Overcomer today, because we are overcomers. We are not victims. And so it's just an exciting day. So let's just do a quick recap of the last 2 days, because this is the final day of our Fire Your Diet Masterclass. So day 1, we talked all about how to fire your diet, because we're never going to diet again.
And you did it. You typed fire it in the chat.
Exactly. And so the reason why we believe it's so important to fire our diets is because diets aren't working anyway, right? If you've been on a diet since you were a teenager, like most women here, and you're still here trying to lose weight, clearly the diet thing isn't working out for you, right? Like,
No.
I laugh because it's kind of silly if you think about it like that, but
That's
you're
so
not
true.
alone.
Yeah.
And like all of us that do fad diets that yo-yo our whole lives, that's our story.
And in case you weren't here, did you know that for every diet you try, you actually gain approximately 3 pounds? So many of you, multiplicity of women, have done like more than 10 diets. Wow, that's 30 pounds just there for trying a diet.
So we got to fire those diets. We got to kick it out the window and never go back to it because they're negative. They come from a negative mindset, and we want to view our health as something positive, right? We want our health. We want to treat our bodies like a temple, not like a trash can. And that's one of the lines that you'll hear us say a lot. And, you know, that's one of the lines that gets into women's heads, right? Like Stephanie always says, I can hear Ruth and Casey in my head saying this. And that's one of them, right? Your body is a temple, not a trash can. So stop treating it like a trash can. And, you know, diets, a lot of diets actually treat your body like a trash can, right? If you say that you're never going to eat a banana again, but you're going to fill your body full of like 100 calorie prepackaged processed bags of Oreo cookies, that's not treated like, how is that good for your body? Think about that. You're leaving behind the good banana that is a complex carbohydrate. It has the vitamins, it has minerals, it has folate, it has all the good stuff in it. And then instead you're going to go have something that's got processed sugar, processed ingredients, sugar.
Nothing that is beneficial to your body.
Nothing that gives you energy.
No, and everything that just actually harms your body.
Exactly.
How is that good for you?
But that's what so many diets promote, right? Wow. And it's just like, what? Or that you can go, I always like to talk about bacon, right? And again, not that you can't ever have bacon, but eating 5 and 6 packs of bacon in a day on your diet, that's not really very healthy for your body.
That doesn't give you anything. Remember those 7 categories that we talked about? Well, if you're on Atkins, you know, I use Atkins because I was on Atkins years ago. But I mean, I left out most of the categories. How is that healthy? God made every one of those categories for us to enjoy and to help us nourish our body, to give us the things that our body needs to survive, to actually thrive, not just survive, but thrive. Wow.
So the 7 classes of nutrients, just to give you a quick rundown, that are essential for our bodies. And that's how God created our vehicles, right? We call our bodies like luxury vehicles that need the high octane fuel. And that includes all 7 of the essential nutrients, which are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins.
Just a minute. Those are the 3 macronutrients that your body needs. And macro means bigger. You need them in larger amounts. So that was 3.
Vitamins, minerals, fiber, and water. Okay. Woo! We need all of them.
All of them.
So every diet that you're going on that says, don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat carbohydrates, eat everything low fat, that's not how God designed our bodies.
It's a negative starting point. Right away you think, well, if I can't have carbs, what am I going to eat?
Yeah.
If I can't ever have like fruit, wow, God made fruit. I mean, you know, Genesis is filled with the fruit.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. How does that work?
So that was a bit of a recap for day 1. We talked all about how to fire your diet because they're not working, and that our bodies are like the luxury vehicles that need the high octane fuel. They need the good stuff, which is those 7 essential nutrients. Then yesterday, day 2, we talked all about, okay, now I fired my diet. How am I actually going to lose this weight? Right? So how to lose weight without being on a diet. And yesterday we talked about things like portion control.
Yikes. That was a big one.
Yeah.
Remember that slide that we shared? Portion control. And it was like the big letters and the little letters, and it looked a little bit off kilter. That was all about portion control, because some things we can have more of, some things we can have less of, big and little, larger, smaller. And sometimes we don't get it right. We also talked about, you know, progress over perfection.
Yep, we did.
Remember that. That's a key saying.
Perfection is what often keeps us from even starting, because we know we can't measure up to perfect. And so it just stops us dead in our tracks.
We get stuck, we're paralyzed, and we can't move.
Or we start and then we expect perfection. And then the second that we don't aim, or that we don't hit the second we don't hit the perfect mark, we just go, well, I failed. So now I'm just going to ditch it all and go back to all the unhealthy things, right? Yeah. So like portion control and progress were two of the big key points for yesterday on how to actually lose weight without being on a diet. And portion control is what allows us to eat all things in moderation, because we don't believe in eliminating food groups.
That's right. That doesn't mean that you're not going to eliminate something that you're allergic to, or that you're not going to eliminate something that gives you indigestion. Okay. We're not talking about that. We're talking about food groups here.
And the other big topic yesterday, we choose, we do not cheat. And that is one of my favorite topics, because you know what? I had to really learn how to take responsibility for what I was choosing.
In fact, right now in the chat, go type in, I choose. I choose. Just go and type that in while Casey's telling you about what she was going to say, but I choose.
Yeah, because cheating, like we talked about yesterday, really just has that negative connotation to it, right? I don't think that there's ever a good reason to cheat, right? Like if you think about every time you say I cheated, it's bad, right? It's cheating on a test. It's cheating on your diet. It's cheating on a partner. It's, you know,
cheat. It's just this bad connotation in our minds. And it's this vicious cycle where we get caught, and then we feel bad, and then we feel guilty, and then we have shame. Oh, it's just a vicious cycle. It's awful. And no one wants to live like that.
No, we sure don't. And you're all choosing. So thank you for that.
Love it.
And yes, you know, I had to choose. I had to learn to choose not to cheat, because it can be really easy to, you know, think, oh, I've got company over, I have to look like I eat really healthy. Right? Or, oh, you know, I'm going out with some friends. I want them to think that I eat healthy. So I'm going to, you know, go out and eat the salad and sneak through the drive-thru on my way home, or
that's right.
Things like that.
And those are different ways of cheating. Those are different ways of sneaking or hiding food. Like we talked about that too. But we also talked about bringing it all into the light, because God sees whether we're cheating. Even if you don't let anyone else see, God sees. And that's the most important. Like God is the most important part in this journey, right?
And this is a great segue. We don't know who you are, but maybe a challenge to overcome though. And you know what? You're right. But today, that is one of our big topics, is the set of lenses that we choose to view our life through. And we played the song Overcomer today because we are overcomers. Like the Bible talks about that, right? We are not victims to our circumstances. We are overcomers. We are more than conquerors, is what the Bible actually says.
Yeah. And when you actually tell yourself that you're a conqueror, that you're the victor, that you're an overcomer, wow, it's such a different starting point. So then we can start to believe in ourselves. And like we also said, if you don't believe that you can do it right now because it might be a challenge, that's okay. Still tell yourself that you're choosing. Still tell yourself these affirmations that we've been giving you. Still tell yourself that you believe in yourself until you actually do believe it. Just keep telling yourself you believe it, because God is giving you the strength you need for today. And we're going to talk about today.
That's right. So I think that's a pretty good recap of the last 2 days. Day 1 was how to fire your diet. Day 2 was learning how to lose the weight without being on a diet. And today we're going to talk all about how to actually create a lifestyle that you love and that you want to live forever, right? Because this has to be something sustainable that you want to do. And that's a big shift in how we think. And if we want this to be something that sticks, if we want this to be something that works, we have to change the way that we think about what we're doing.
We have to see it through a different set of lenses.
So why don't you go ahead and tell them a little bit about your lenses?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we need the slides quite yet.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you a little bit my story about lenses. Okay. You can see that I have glasses. Casey doesn't have glasses, but she did. she has a little story about lenses as well.
Yeah.
And it's not an easy one. Okay. Like, I love that what was just said. It might be a challenge. Well, Casey has a challenging story about lenses, but I do too. So I wasn't seeing very well, and I needed to get some glasses. I had glasses in the past, and I have a lot of trouble with my eyes because I have an astigmatism. Now, I went to the eye doctor. They gave me this prescription. I ordered lenses. I ordered new glasses. They came, and I went and put them on, and well, I couldn't see very well.
They were better than no glasses.
Yeah, it was better than no glasses, but I went away thinking, well, this just doesn't seem right. There's something off here. What is it? So I struggled for a couple of weeks, went back, and I just said, something's wrong, and I can't tell you what it is, but can you please check this out and check if it's the right prescription? So he did. And the optometrist said, well, we could try a few different things. So I said, well, I hate to, say that these are not good because they are better than it was, but they're not right. And so I had just spent a lot of money on these lenses. And he said, don't worry about it. We're going to get some new lenses. So he ordered some new lenses, and they still weren't right. So what I was seeing was one eye was better than the other eye. And so when your eyes aren't in focus, you're just not seeing very well. It actually made me sick and dizzy because they were like this, out of focus. I went back again, and I said to my optometrist, I said, I'm really embarrassed to even come back. I don't even want to come here anymore because I keep saying it's not right. But he said, no, you have to keep coming back until we get it right. This is important, and this is my job, and I need to get it right for you. So he ordered another set of lenses.
And this is like months have gone by this point, right?
And I'm working in a field. I actually was a medical transcriptionist at this point, and I needed to see.
Yeah.
So here I am typing away, and I'm blurry, and I'm getting headaches. Finally got another set of lenses, and this time it was much better. I had a real struggle with lenses. So then what happened is I went to another optometrist because we moved, and I needed some new eyeglasses because after 2 years I needed to do this process again. And I was like nervous because lenses are such a big problem for me. But I have to turn that around and say, it's an obstacle that I can overcome because I'm an overcomer. So I went and I got some new lenses, and that is these. Okay. So I saw really good for a while. And within a year, I kept looking through these lenses, and the glasses were like, I could never clean them. It was like, I clean. And I just am not seeing anything. It's blurry. It's smudged almost. So I finally, after a year, go back again and say, I don't know what the problem is. I feel like I'm embarrassed to come here and tell you that I can't clean my lenses. And they had a look at them, and they said something that I'd never heard before, which was, they said, oh, your lenses are crazed. And I went, my lenses are crazed? I don't even know what that means. So you can see that I have struggled with lenses. I have had like 6 pairs of glasses of different sets of lenses until I could focus. But crazing, just so you know, is like this cracking thing that comes with heat. So they said, have you ever put your lenses on the dashboard so the sun just blazes on them? No, I wear my glasses. I need my glasses. So no, I've never done that. I do walk a lot. And she said, no, it wouldn't be that. So then I said, well, what else could it be? Well, maybe you're opening the oven door and the heat from the oven like goes smashing into your lenses. And I went, well, that could be it because I don't take my glasses off when I'm cooking. And so anyways, that's a very long story to tell you. Our lenses are important, and we need to shift the way we see through our lenses, and we need to keep going back until our lens is focused.
Yeah, we need to get the right lens to have the right focus. And so that's just a really brilliant illustration of how much we have to expect that we will need to continually tweak our lenses, right? Not with eyeglasses. You should be able to go get your eyeglasses done properly the first time. And hopefully nobody else has issues getting eyeglass lenses like that. But in our health journey, we need to be willing to choose the lenses that we see this journey through every day. And it's something that we continually have to tweak and change and adjust. And even when you finally get it right, like Ruth finally had the right lenses, then something else happens and this crazing happened. And so she had to get new lenses again. She had to adjust again. And so your health journey is going to be like that. You're going to put on a new set of lenses after this masterclass because you've learned a lot of new things and you're going to have a better perspective. But then you're going to need to do it again because old habits come back, because things get put on repeat in our heads, because you still don't have it quite right, because this is a process. It's not a one and done. So you're going to have to tweak the lens again. And then down the road, you're going to have to tweak it again. And you're going to have to continue to choose every day which set of lenses you decide to view this health journey through. And so we wanted to start with that illustration about the lenses, because really that encompasses all the points that we are going to talk about today. It's all about the lens that you choose to view this journey through. So with that said, I'll get started with the slides. And if you want to read.
So what we want to do, because when we have to adjust our lenses, it means we have to start the journey with God in the journey. That is probably one of the major shifts in the Way Down lifestyle, is that we invite God to the table. We invite God into the journey. And so right now, I want to start by reading you a prayer. And we have a prayer for weight loss, and many of our members in our community have this prayer already. But for those of you who don't, I want to read this prayer. And let's start by inviting God into the journey. And let's start with a new set of lenses. Dear Lord, I come before you this day and ask for your provision. I give my body to you for your glory. I believe that my body is a temple, that I should treat it with honor, love, respect, and integrity. I believe that means that my inner voice and my self-talk must fall in line with honoring and loving myself as well. You have created abundance in the world for me to enjoy within the boundaries of moderation and self-control. I pray that your spirit would work within me as I develop discipline and self-control in all aspects of my life, and specifically towards my nutrition and my dietary habits. I pray that you would give me peace and fulfillment so that I don't feel the urge to turn towards food to manage my emotions and my stress. I ask that you help me choose wisely with each choice I make today. Please give me the skills that I need to manage the stress in my life so that I can be healthy in my mind, in my body, and my spirit. Thank you for the beautiful, wonderfully created body that you have given me. And please teach me to honor and love myself as you do. Amen.
Amen. So that really sums up a lot of this Fire Your Diet Masterclass, because it just talks about so many of the things that we talk about. So today, what does it mean to actually create a healthy lifestyle? Okay, what does a healthy lifestyle mean? And if you remember back to day one, when we asked you what the first thing you thought of when you heard diet meant, and then we asked what the first thing you thought of when you heard healthy lifestyle meant. And a lot of you had really good connotations to healthy lifestyle, and a lot of you had some negative ones to healthy lifestyle.
That's right.
And so today we need to uncross those wires about the negative connotations to a healthy lifestyle, because I think more than anything, we would all agree that we want our health.
Without our health, we really have nothing.
That's right. So that's a big, big thing for us to really unpack today, is what does it mean to live a healthy lifestyle? And you know what? It doesn't mean that you only eat salad, because that's what a few people said, right?
That's right.
That's the first thing that some people think of, is, well, all I can eat is salad. And that's really not what it is. So I think we've got a few questions for you. Or why don't you go ahead?
Yeah. In this whole slide, we're going to talk about quite a few things, but living a healthy lifestyle means that you're going to be consistent over the long haul. It means that you're not going to give up. I didn't give up with my lenses. I had to keep going until I could focus. That's what you're going to do. You're going to keep going one day at a time. You're going to choose to love your body and treat your body like a temple. That doesn't happen overnight. It's consistency over the long haul. It's being aware of what you are choosing to put into your mouth. And we're also going to talk about later on about living the 80-20 rule, which is what we believe. But let's first talk about finding your identity in Christ. And that's why we started with this prayer. You know, your identity comes, and it is through Christ. We talk so much about, so many women have their identity on the scale. And Casey has a story about the scale.
Yep. One that I've come a long, long way with my relationship with the scale. And just as a side note, I don't know if any of you follow me on Instagram as Way Down Lifestyle, but I just posted a really funny one about the scale, about how so many of us are addicts to the scale, right? We're right. Obsessed. We can't go a day or a minute or a week without that filling our minds with really negative things or positive things if it says what we want, right? If the scale says what we want it to say, whoo, we feel worthy. We feel great. We feel like it's going to be a good day. If the scale says what we don't like, then right away it's downer, it's depressed, we feel unworthy, we feel like like we have to start another diet. And so as I tell my story, why don't you go ahead and tell us in the chat when the last time that the scale affected your mood was? Was it today? Was it yesterday? Was it a year ago?
Yeah, tell us right now.
Was the last time that the scale affected you? And somebody asked where they can get a copy of that prayer. Maybe what we'll do is maybe we can send it out in an email.
Yeah, we probably can.
Yeah, we'll figure that one out for you. I'm not sure who it was that had asked that. And Margaret says, just got back from the store and bought all this great stuff. Got off track for a little while, but you're doing it, Margaret. Way to go. We love hearing that.
Exactly. And thanks for all your comments.
Exactly. Yes. So the scale for me was always this really, really horrible relationship. And as you can see with Ruth and I sitting here, I mean, maybe you can't see because it's only from here up, but Ruth and I are built very, very differently. Okay. She's short, she's petite. I'm average height, and I'm a much sturdier build than her. I'm built like my dad. And so as a teenager growing up, that was really hard for me because, here I was at like 14 years old and I was already bigger than my mom. And so, then you start getting bombarded as you grow up with all of these messages about what you should look like, what you shouldn't look like. You get taught different things from different people in different places, and people say different things. And I got hooked on the BMI, which is the body mass index. Okay. And by the time I was fully grown and, by the time I was like in my mid-20s, when I was at a healthy weight, and I'm going to show you some pictures in a little bit today of me, and you can see what I looked like or what I look like when I'm at this healthy weight. I border on the verge of healthy and overweight. If I fluctuate 2 pounds, I switch categories. Okay. And for years and years and years, that taught me what my worth was. That's where I believed my worth came from, was if I was in the healthy category, I was okay. And, the next day, if I would, have retained some water, or if I was, hormonal and the scale went up a little bit and I was in that overweight category, you better believe that was a punishment kind of day. And I was going to exercise for at least 2 hours, and I was never going to eat a carbohydrate again. And I was this and I was that. And it messed with my mind for years and years and years until actually when I finally began to break that addiction to the scale. And I would weigh every day religiously. And so every day, my day would start with that information going into my head that would dictate how my day went. And it wasn't until Ruth and I started working together on the Way Down lifestyle where we said, you know what? To heck with the silly, stupid scale, right? Like, who honestly really cares? Where did we get this idea from that the scale is the only measurement of success in our health, where the scale is the only measurement of success related to our worth, where the scale is the only measurement of success that we look at for whether we should continue on these horrible diets or not? And so we decided to actually only start weighing every 11th day. And we'll tell you more about why it was on the 11th day that we weighed coming up. And as I began to, and that was really hard for me, okay, to let go of the scale like that, to not weigh myself every day. Like, that's really hard when you're so addicted to what that number says.
Mm-hmm.
And as I began to let that go, I could go longer and longer and longer stretches without weighing myself. And all of a sudden, you know, I was going like a month without weighing myself. And all of a sudden, my days weren't dictated. My mood wasn't dictated by what the scale said.
It was freedom.
It was total freedom. And, you know, as I moved further and further away from my addiction to the scale, I really began to think, I was able to think clearly and more logically about it. Like, who cares what the BMI says? Who really cares? Who really cares if, you know, this index says that I'm overweight? If I feel good, if I look good, if I know I'm treating my body well, then why do I have to fit into somebody else's scale or index of what a healthy weight is for me? And we really, truly don't believe that there's like one size doesn't equal health. One weight doesn't equal health. God made you and I differently. And Ruth and I are brilliant examples of that. She's my mom, and we are like as different as can be.
That's right.
Right? Like,
because God made us unique, individually unique.
And God wanted my body different than he wanted her body.
That's right.
And he made your body different than mine, and mine different than the next person's. And so, you know, we need to learn to find our identity in Christ, because we are all of these things as daughters of the King, right? We're worthy, we're redeemed, we are considered righteous, we are, you know, all of these wonderful things. We're loved, we're enough. Our worth does not have to come from a silly scale. And so a big part of living a healthy lifestyle means that the scale does not dictate our worth, and that the scale can wreak havoc with our willingness to continue. Because if it's not going how we want, we'll just give up. Like, if the scale's not moving, we just quit. It can also wreak havoc with our minds, which is all about renewing our minds. And so, like, what are the comments saying? How are people doing here?
Their moods are affected definitely by the scales. Someone said 2 days ago, someone said yesterday, Greta said last week, Yvonne says every time away, but it's getting better slowly. We know that, Yvonne, that's awesome. Nell says, I don't understand why I do well for a week, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks, and then boom, quickly go back to the previous ways of eating. Well, you're not alone in this, Nell. That's why we need a community of support to keep us on track and to keep us from going astray.
Exactly. And we're actually going to talk about consistency coming up too, Nell, which is so many of the things that you said, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I often talk about my experience with the BMI, because I know so many women can relate to those, what do you call it? Like, to a label, that's the word I'm looking for, to a label being put on them based on their weight, right? And my label was always borderline overweight. And so maybe your label is fat, maybe your label is obese, maybe your label is, you know, unworthy, whatever your label is that you have allowed yourself to believe that lie about because of the scale. We have to, like, erase those labels. We have to delete the lies, like we talked about yesterday.
And see yourself through a different set of lenses.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Margaret says the scale is depressing. yes, it can be very depressing. And we want to ditch that whole way of thinking because your identity is not on the number. It's like Casey said, why does the number mean so much to you? What is it about the number?
Yeah.
Right? It's a number. God loves you for who you are today. Does that mean you don't want to get healthy? No, it doesn't mean that at all. But it means you can let go of the number and you can start your journey today. Okay? So another question is, sometimes when we get on the scale, we get into this victim mentality and we start comparing ourselves to others. Like, oh, I wish I could be like that model. I wish I could be like my friend. I wish I could be like, I don't know who, somebody you watch on television. Comparison robs your joy. It is the thief of joy. And God doesn't want us to compare ourselves with others. He gave us the body shape that he gave us for a reason. But he does want us to treat that body like a temple. He does want us to start today. He doesn't want us to keep in the victim mentality where it's like, oh, it's too hard. Oh, I can't do it. No, we have to put on a new set of lenses and realize that we can break through those obstacles. We can break through the chains that are holding us back. We can break through and have freedom with food. In fact, let's look at Job for a minute.
Yeah.
If anybody had issues or trouble, it was Job. He could have been in the victim mode, but was he? No, he was not at all in the victim mode. Because even the Bible says, in this world, you will have trouble. God doesn't promise us a rose garden.
No.
Like the song. God says, in this world, you will have trouble, but I give you the strength to make it through. There is a way to escape the temptation. So God has a journey for us.
And I think if you look at Job, like he wasn't a victim.
Not at all.
Things were hard. Yes, people even spoke down to him about how hard it was, but he didn't let that take over, right? He knew that he could trust in God, and he did. And I don't think anywhere in Job does it talk about him comparing himself to somebody else either, right?
So.
Like, which, sometimes what the Bible doesn't say can teach us things too.
That's right.
It doesn't say Job looked at all his friends and thought, my life stinks, right? It doesn't say that.
No, that's right. And we also talked about Noah and the ark. And, if you think about that, well, Noah could have been looking through a smudgy lens for a year or more. Like someone said yesterday, it took years to make that ark. But he just kept on. He kept on obeying. He kept on trusting. And that's what we have to do. Get up every day and trust the Lord to give us the strength we need to choose our hard. Like, there's hard choices in life. You have hard choices. I have hard choices. Casey has hard choices. We're not exempt of that. The Bible doesn't promise us a rose garden, but he does promise to see us through. So, when we look through this new set of lenses, then we can choose our hard and know that we can make the right decisions because God is going to help us. When we have God in the journey, it is possible. We do believe in you. You have to see yourself through the lens of being an overcomer. We put that song on for a reason because you are an overcomer. We don't have to stay stuck in the victim mentality. Let's talk about the kind voice a little bit because, we do talk about the kind voice and the mean voice, but when we see ourselves through the lens of listening to our kind voice, that helps us get through a day too. Maybe we're going to talk about that a little bit later. I'm not really sure, but we just have to remember that everything that we do every day can be seen through the lens of seeing ourselves the way God sees us, knowing that we can overcome the obstacles every day.
Choosing our hard every day and choosing the lens of a healthy lifestyle and what that means and that's actually what we want. Because I think every one of us here would agree, like, we want to be healthy. We do not want to be overweight, right? We want to feel good. We want to have energy to do the things that we want to do. We don't want to stay stuck where we are. And so if we want the change, we have to choose our heart. We have to choose to view this journey through the lenses of a healthy lifestyle. We have to choose to look through the lenses of treating our bodies like a temple, not like a trash can. And you know what? It's a big adjustment, right? We're not here to say that it's easy, okay? Yeah. And you know, lots of different things that you'll see and hear are all about, it's so easy. You're just going to snap your finger and the weight will disappear. You're going to take this pill and the weight's going to just fall off of you. And we're not here to tell you that. We're here to tell you that this is a journey, that this is about choosing your heart every day. It's about choosing which set of lenses that you're going to view your life through. And it's worth it. That's what we're going to tell you. It's worth choosing your heart, because it's hard to stay stuck. It's hard to be overweight. It's hard to be addicted to food. It's hard to have no freedom with food. All those things are hard. And yes, making the healthy changes are hard, but they are so worth the hard.
That's right. So choose your heart. I think living a healthy lifestyle means that we have freedom with food. We're choosing our heart. And that means that we can enjoy the foods we eat as well without guilt. Mm-hmm. So let's go on to the next slide, which is all about consistency.
So we just got to shuffle a few things around to get to it here. Consistency really, truly is the key, okay, to this health journey. And that sounds like an easy statement to make, but consistency is, I think, where we fall off. If you think about all the times that you've tried to lose weight in the past, consistency is what we have lacked. And, you know, we lack consistency with all the fad diets because they're not sustainable. And we don't want to live like that. We want to live a healthy lifestyle that is sustainable, that we can be consistent with, because we are choosing to treat our bodies like a temple, not like a trash can.
Absolutely. And this is a great comment here.
I think that's Stephanie again.
I think it is Stephanie too. We're going to say it's Stephanie. But Stephanie says, you still go astray even in the community. The difference is you say, if you're having a hard time, yeah, we're accountable. And you know that people are praying. I've found you can get right back on. That's right. You can get back on to choosing your heart.
That's right. Exactly.
Thank you for that comment. Yes.
So, you know, we talked for a minute about living a healthy lifestyle means that we have freedom with food and that we enjoy the foods that we eat without guilt. So why don't you go ahead and tell us right now, what does it mean to you to have freedom with food? Because that's the goal in creating a healthy lifestyle, right? Freedom with food, so that we're not obsessing all day long about what we will eat next or what we won't eat next, so that we can choose, not cheat, so that we can, you know, go to events where we know that there's going to be all this temptation to overindulge, but we have the freedom to make a choice that aligns with our goals. So, you know, let us know in the chat right now, what does it mean to you to have freedom with food? What would that look like for you if that's something that you've never experienced?
And thank you, Betty Lynn. She says, I wish I knew about this program or met you earlier. To actually know I can get healthy now will be incredibly awesome. It is awesome. Yes, Betty, thank you.
It is, yes.
Yeah, so what was your question for them to answer?
So what does food freedom, or what does freedom with food actually mean to you?
Well, and to me, I'll tell you what it means to me. It means that I don't have to feel guilty when I eat something. And before, like I said earlier, if I ate a banana, I felt guilty because I was told never to eat a banana because it had too many carbs. Mm-hmm. Now I know that if I eat a banana, I'm treating my body well, like a temple. So I think, you know, eating food without guilt for me is key. What about you?
Yeah, I think the guilt thing's a big one for me too. And, you know, I also think for me, freedom with food is knowing that, like, in all circumstances, I'm in charge. Mm-hmm. I get to choose what I have. And, you know, we often talk about how we don't always have access to the best option, right? Like if you're traveling, you're not at home to have exactly the ingredients that maybe you want to have, but you can still choose to make the best choice with what is available. And that to me is what freedom with food is all about. And that means sometimes you're going to end up going through the drive-thru, right?
That's right.
And that's okay. You don't have to beat yourself up and like disregard all of the good, healthy choices you've already made just because you go through the drive-through one time.
Right, because we say one unhealthy meal does not make you unhealthy. It's consistency over the time. Whether if you're consistent making the unhealthy choices all the time, you're going to be unhealthy. But one unhealthy meal doesn't make you unhealthy.
Exactly.
Just like one healthy meal doesn't make you healthy. It's consistency is key, like the slide says.
Yeah. And I think, so for me, that's a big thing about freedom with food, is that I can know that it's about consistency. It's not about a one-off.
That's right.
So yeah.
That's great.
So consistency is the key, right? And like Ruth just said, one unhealthy meal doesn't make you unhealthy, and one healthy meal doesn't make you healthy. Consistency over time of making the healthy choices is what will get you to your target goal. Okay. And that is huge. And so why do we struggle with consistency so much? I think every one of us, like, put a thumbs up or a hand up or a me in the chat if you have struggled with consistency.
I know I have.
So have I.
Because this is something that doesn't happen overnight. We learn and grow as we go on together. And that's why community is so important. That's why being together and being accountable in a group is so important, because it helps us to stay on track. It helps us to keep us consistent. Yeah, look at them all. Totally me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm traveling this weekend for our 34th anniversary. The difference is that I'm cooking right for it. That's the way to go.
Way to go. Awesome, awesome.
Knowing if you make one bad choice, you don't let it affect everything, and just get back on the wagon. Amen to that. Yes.
Amen, yes.
And all those thumbs up. So, we all struggle with consistency. And if you think about being consistent and struggling with being consistent, like if I think about the times I've struggled with being consistent, it's because I'm not really engaged with what I'm trying to do.
That's right. Right?
It's because I kind of don't really care. Like, I care, but I'm not doing something that I like enough to keep doing it. And, that's where all those diets don't allow us the freedom to be consistent, because they're not sustainable. And so when we feel like we have to do something that we are not engaged with anymore, we're not going to be consistent, right? If you say that you're never going to eat bread again, you won't be consistent with that if you love bread.
That's right. It's just not sustainable,
because you're not doing something that you're actually engaged with anymore. You might be able to do that for 30 days or 5 months or maybe even a year, because people do things like that for longer stretches of time. But eventually you are going to get to the point where you're not engaged with that anymore, because it's not sustainable. And so why are we not engaged with our health? Well, a lot of it's because all these wires have been so crossed in our brains, which is what we're talking about, over this Fire Your Diet Masterclass. But we have to start thinking about our health as a priority and about something that we want to be engaged with because we want our health.
Because we don't want to be overweight. We don't want the aches and pains. We don't want the indigestion. We don't want the heartburn. We don't want the unhealthy lifestyle. We want to treat our bodies like a temple. You want to treat your body like a temple, because that's what the Bible calls us to do. So when we want to treat our body like a temple, why don't we do it?
Exactly. And somebody just said we can be consistent because we've been consistently overeating. Exactly.
Yes.
And we teach in our community about consistency a lot, and that's what we say. You are consistent. You just might not be consistent about the right things now.
That's right. So thanks for that.
Yes. And Joan says, I feel better eating healthy choices rather than low fuel foods. Amen. Exactly. And so I think the whole thing with consistency is that consistency becomes so much easier when we have freedom with food. Because when we have freedom with food, then we can be engaged with the choices that we're making, because it's something that we want, right? When we know that I get to choose, get to choose today what I eat, and I want to choose to treat my body well. It's not about saying, oh, I have to eat salad today. No. Because you're not going to be engaged with that for very long. Right?
Rabbit food and birdseed gets pretty boring night after night after night. And you're not going to live like that.
No.
No one is.
And so we want to have freedom with food, where we can eat all things in moderation, where we can have delicious, tasty foods that we actually want to eat because it tastes good.
That's right.
And so when we are able to put on that set of lenses right? Of having freedom with food, of viewing our health as the priority because we want to be engaged with being healthy, then consistency becomes that much easier.
That's right. Another way to be consistent is to continually renew your mind. The Bible calls us to renew our minds. He calls us to think about things that are pure and good and lovely and of good rapport and all of those wonderful things. God calls us to renew our minds. And that's why Casey and I are so
sorry, I just spilled my coffee.
Oh, that's okay. That's why we are so excited and so I don't want to say engaged, but we love affirmations because that is continually renewing our minds. We have to get out of our own head. We have to get out of the victim mentality, thinking that, oh, I can never do it. No, we can do it. We can believe in you. We believe in you. You can believe in you too. We have to get rid of the smudges on our glasses and start to focus on the process. And we have to stop focusing on the outcome. Big difference.
Yeah.
Did you get that? We have to stop focusing on the outcome and we have to start to focus on the process. Today, your next choice, because you're choosing. That's how it's going to start, with baby steps. So we have to start surrendering everything to God. Start every day by bringing it into the light. Surrender your body, surrender your journey to God. Invite him to the table with you.
And when things don't go our way and we start to head towards the ditch, we actually do lose our way then, right? And that's why what Ruth is saying is so important. We have to focus on the process, not the outcome, which is all about, again, taking the power away from the scale. Because when we're focused solely on what the scale says, that is the outcome, right? And when all we're focused about is the outcome, when the outcome doesn't turn out how we want, then we feel like we should quit. But that is such wrong thinking, because just because the scale doesn't say what you want it to say doesn't mean that just because the scale doesn't say what you want it to say right now, there has still been so many other incredible things that have happened in and to your body by you choosing the healthier options for your body, right? The scale is not the only measurement of our health.
Absolutely. So start to plant the seeds today. Let's go on to the next slide, because we're going to talk about, this is a great saying that's coming up. And this is what the Bible talks about as well. So I'm going to let you talk about that while I look up this verse.
It's actually right here.
Oh, yeah.
It's at the bottom there. Yeah. It's the verse for today. So, we really love the scripture from Galatians 6, verses 7-9. And I'm just going to read it. It says, "Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. The one who sows to please his sinful nature, from that nature will reap destruction. The one who sows to please the Spirit, from the Spirit will reap eternal life. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up."
Wow. That is a loaded couple verses. We could go on and on for hours just about this verse. And we're going to try and not spend too much time, because I know our time is getting short already.
Yes. But I was listening to a sermon about this particular passage not very long ago. And the pastor, his name is Michael Todd, to give him credit, from Transformation Church. The whole idea here is, this is the process. And the verse, actually, the scripture there outlines this whole process, right? We need the seeds to actually do the sowing. So it's seed, then we sow it, then there's this crucial element of time, and then we reap the harvest. And time here is the crucial factor when we're talking about our weight loss journey, right? Things don't change in the blink of an eye. You don't plant a seed and it's ready to harvest tomorrow. Time is the crucial factor. And you know what? We truly believe that through this weight loss journey, that God wants to refine us through this time, through the fire, through the journey. And, it requires time. It requires commitment. It requires consistency. It requires faith. It requires self-control, hope, and belief. And this takes us back to the lenses again. We get to choose which lens we look at this journey through. And it says, do not become weary, right? The passage says, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up.
Wow. If we do not give up. You know, I know we sent him an email saying this, and this is about if you wanted to have an oak tree in your yard, when would be the best time to plant that seed? 50 years ago. But what's the second best time to plant that seed? Today. So right now, you want to be planting those seeds and you want to sow them, and it's going to take some time.
And as we talk about the timepiece being that crucial factor here, we have to recognize that we need to set up what we've been talking about the last little bit here as we've been preparing for this. We need to set up bumper guards. Think about going to the bowling alley, okay? Think about the gutter guards. You want that bowling ball to go straight down the aisle and get you a strike, to hit all those pins down. But that doesn't happen very often, especially if we're not very good bowlers like me. So it's way more fun if you actually put those gutter guards up, the bumper guards, because you're still going to hit something instead of leaving those gutter guards down. And then your ball goes right off and it just goes right in the gutter. It goes in the ditch. And it, you know, I mean, sometimes it does actually jump back out, but not very often.
But it goes astray.
That's right. And so we need to learn how to set up bumper guards for ourselves in our health journey, right? And, you know, we talk about those bumper guards being things like accountability, support, about the set of lenses that we choose to look at this journey through, about taking the power away from the outcome and focusing on the process. And so I would encourage you today to set up some bumper guards for yourself on your health journey so that you don't go astray.
And you can let us be your bumper guards.
That's right.
We will keep you on track.
Exactly. So
we want to go on to a slide where we're going to show about Casey's journey.
And I promised that you would see a picture of me. So this is my health journey after my first pregnancy. And like you know, I am losing the weight again after another pregnancy right now. But here's my transformation. And really, truly, what I want you to know is that it is possible. Okay. And so like I was talking about even before with the BMI, in that after picture, October 2020, that's me verging on overweight to healthy in the body mass index. So, you know,
you had to let go of the number.
I had to let go of the number because honestly, who really cares? I felt good. I looked good. I had confidence. I had energy. My clothes fit. All those things that actually matter.
Yeah. This is not about, the weight on lifestyle is not about being a model. It's not about having a six pack. It's not about being a size 0. It's about living a happy, healthy life, treating our bodies well, being healthy, being happy about our bodies and having confidence, getting rid of the aches and pains. Because, well, we talk about this a lot, but in our community, for every 5 pounds you lose, it's like taking 20 pounds of pressure off your knees.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And I can tell you that the difference in how my knees felt between those two pictures is crazy different. My knees didn't hurt at all in the after picture. My knees in the first picture hurt so bad I could hardly walk up a flight of stairs. And that's because I was carrying around a lot of extra weight. And so as I was able to lose that weight, all without being on a diet, all by being consistent, you know, the weight started to come off and the pain started to go away.
Wow.
And like, that's the thing. There's so many non-scale victories that happen that keep us encouraged through this journey if we're willing to focus on the non-scale victories and take the power away from the scale.
That's right.
So really what we want you to understand and why we have shown you so many different people's transformations over the last few days is because we need you to know that this is possible for you. And you might not believe it for you right now, but it is truly possible. We have both experienced how, you know, you have felt. If you felt like, you know, you're depressed, like you don't like yourself, like you hurt, like you don't sleep, like you have no energy, like you're sluggish, like you want to just hide yourself behind the clothes. I felt all of those things. Okay. And I also know how it feels to be on the other side of that. And I know that if I can do it, that you can do it. And I know that if Tina could do it, that you could do it. And I know that if Margaret can do it, you can do it. And Jolynn and Patsy and all these other people that we've talked about, and we've got a few more coming up for you here now. But really what we want you to know right now is that, and this might blow your mind a little bit, you only have to lose this weight one time.
Woohoo!
Like, isn't that mind-boggling? Because we've all yo-yo dieted for so long that we think that we're going to have to be on a weight loss journey for the rest of our life.
But you don't. You only have to do it one time. It might take a bit of time, and that's okay, because you can enjoy the whole journey. Especially in the Way Down lifestyle, you will enjoy the journey, but you only have to lose the weight once. And a better way to say it is you only have to shed the weight once. You only have to release the weight once, because you're not going to find it again.
That's right. Okay? And isn't that like, if you actually think about that, if you think, oh my goodness, I don't have to be in weight loss mode for the rest of my life, doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good to think that you can lose the weight and you don't have to think about it anymore? You can shed those pounds and you don't have to think about it anymore. Like, you know, like I said, I'm in weight loss mode again right now. And that's what I tell myself. I only have to do this. I'm not having any more kids, by the way. So I only have to do this one time. I only have to lose the weight once. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to go back to, you know, bad old habits once I've lost the weight. But being in weight loss mode is different than being in maintenance, right? It's very different. And so we need you to understand that you only have to lose the weight one time. And really, that's exciting.
And we have a picture of potatoes there because in our community, we talk about losing one potato at a time, because sometimes the scale doesn't budge. But guess what? You can still be losing inches. It's one potato at a time that is going to get you to reach your target goal. You got to focus on the process, not the outcome.
That's right. And Betty Lynn says it sounds like it's too good to be true.
It maybe does sound that way, but that's why we don't want you to just listen to us. That's why we had all these different testimonials. So let's go to the testimony of what we have of some other women who have fired their diets.
Exactly.
So Karen, how has your life changed since you fired your diet?
Well, my life's changed because I don't Monday morning diet anymore. I just live healthy eating. I always was a Monday morning dieter. And by Wednesday, I was done. So that's how my life's changed.
How has your life changed since you fired your diet?
Wow, it's changed a lot because it did give me a new lifestyle and different outlook on life. It's made me a stronger woman. It just points me to that I have a journey to fulfill.
Valerie, I know you're pretty new with us. So how has your life changed since you fired your diet, Val?
I'm feeling lighter and I am feeling more pain-free, I guess.
Wow, that is awesome. Thank you so much for that.
So you can see from these women that, you know, they're on the journey and they've fired their diets and you can fire your diet too.
So Karen,
you don't have to be a perpetual dieter anymore. In fact, you don't ever have to diet ever again. And you only have to lose the weight one time. And it's
so freeing. It's so freeing to know that you only have to do it once and it will come off, because with God in the journey, we do reap what we sow, and you're going to be sowing the good seeds. You're going to be nourishing your body with the good nutrients. And when we do that, well, you're going to reap the rewards.
Exactly. So you might be asking yourself now, like, okay, so now I fired my diet. How do I actually implement everything that I've learned?
Good question.
You know, that's really where the Way Down lifestyle comes in. And lots of the ladies that are here watching are part of our Way Down lifestyle. And so really, truly, what we want to do here is we want to present an offer to you to continue working with us if that's what you choose. We really, truly believe that over this last 3 days, we have given you the tools and the information to actually go create a healthy lifestyle that you love. right? We wanted this masterclass to provide you with everything that you needed so that whether you continue to work with us or not doesn't really matter.
That's right. You have fired your diet. You know how to nourish your body and treat it like a temple. And so you can do it.
That's
So
right. But lots of women want to continue working with us. And so we want to provide you with that opportunity. And so, we truly believe that that's where the Way Down lifestyle comes in. So we want to give you an opportunity. We've got a really exciting Black Friday special here for you where you can come join us in a live 10-day Way Down challenge, which is really exciting. I think this year how many did we run? 3 live challenge? No, 4. I think 4 live challenges this year that we did. And they are such a blast. Okay. And like I said, we don't run them very often because it requires a lot of our input and time and energy. And so we want to do one last one before the end of the year here.
Yeah. And we want to give you the opportunity to jump in and do it with us because we know that this 10-day Way Down challenge actually helps you transform your life and helps you learn how to do it and implement all the things that we've been talking about for the last 3 days.
That's right.
Because sometimes after an event like this, like you think, oh, wow, I'm going to implement that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And then afterwards, you're going to go, what did I just learn?
Mm-hmm. Or how do I put it all together?
Yeah. And so this 10-day Way Down challenge does that for you. So when you join today, we are going to give you a plan that walks you step by step through the next 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about 10 days. Like, why do we do 10 days?
Well, we came up with this concept of, I guess we didn't come up with it, but the concept of a short enough time frame that something feels doable, that something feels manageable, but it's also a long enough time frame where you experience incredible results. Like the testimonials that we have from women who have been through our 10-day challenge, they're incredible.
They're mind-blowing.
They blow us away, right?
Many women have lost 10 pounds in 10 days.
Yeah. And not only the weight loss, the confidence that they gain, the belief that they gain in themselves, the non-scale victories that they have, they they come lifted out of that brain fog that they've been in for years.
They say they feel lighter. They're less sluggish. They're less bloated. They sleep so much better. Their skin feels better. Their hair looks better. They have no more heartburn. People have gone off their Tums that we're on every day. They have no indigestion. It's just incredible, the non-scale victories that women have had.
And I think the most exciting one is that women find freedom with food for the first time, right?
And they actually learn to stay off the scale.
Yes, which is huge. And so we want to give you the opportunity to come join us as well. So we want to just tell you quickly what this actually is about, what it means. And, we're not going to spend a ton of time on this because we have an exercise for you today to wrap up with and a scripture verse today. And surprise, we're actually going to come back and teach you something else on Friday about the 80-20 rule.
Because we didn't have time to do it today.
That's right. So we've got a bonus training for you. It's completely standalone. Like it has nothing to do with whether you join or not. It's really great information that you need to know. So the 10-day Way Down challenge is our meal plan. It comes with over 40 recipes that are really delicious, that are going to help you find freedom with food. We incorporate all the food groups. We don't eliminate anything. We provide you with encouragement, motivation, devotionals, all of those things to help keep you on track.
That's right.
To help put it all together, to help you learn how to believe in yourself, to help you adjust your lenses as you're learning how to create this lifestyle for yourself that you actually love.
You're actually going to also log into an online course where we have all these instructional videos for you. So you're still learning just like this from us through the whole 10 days. So you can do the 10 days and then you can do the 10 days again and again.
That's right. But the live challenge actually is going to start on December 1st. And we planned it this way so that, we're going to go December 1st to December 10th as our 10 days so that by the time Christmas rolls around, you've started to implement some healthy new habits so that you're finding freedom with food, so that when you go to all those Christmas parties, you can, feel good about the decisions that you're making.
And not have the guilt.
Exactly. And so that you can learn to focus on the process, not on the outcome. And we want you to feel good going to all these Christmas parties now that things are opened up in most places again, right?
That's right.
And so we're going to start this challenge live together on December 1st.
So you have to get in and get prepared because preparation is key.
Exactly. And so you get a private Facebook group for this live 10-day challenge with access to us. We go live in there to coach you all the time, to answer your questions. Like, we help you through it, because for many women, what they say is that I don't really believe in myself. I don't really know if this is going to work. I don't really believe it yet. And we say, you've got to let us believe in you first until you can learn to believe in yourself.
So you want to jump in and join this so that you can begin to believe in yourself, because we know it's possible. We know that you can do it, because with God in the journey, you can do it.
So we've got some really exciting other stuff.
Oh yeah, we do. Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that we've never offered before. We're
Yes.
so excited
This is
for
Woo!
this live challenge
So here we go, ladies.
to actually be including a swag bundle. Okay.
Woo!
We're super pumped up about this. You're going to have this merchandise shipped right to your door. You're going to get a Way Down Lifestyle mug, a Fire Your Diet shirt, because you fired your diet and you're never going back.
That's right. And that is so exciting. We're so excited because, you know, our stuff is in the mail.
Yeah, we don't even have ours yet. And because, for those of you that know, we live in British Columbia, and we've had just like a crazy time in our province the last little bit. I think every major route down to Vancouver, which is like our capital in the province,
Yeah.
It was closed due to flooding and mudslides. And so, like, all of our shipping has been totally delayed because everything went through Vancouver.
It was supposed to be here, so we'd be wearing that shirt today.
Yeah, but no luck for us. That's okay. So we're super excited to be including that. We also have never done a live challenge where we have included those instructional videos, because that's new.
Yep.
And today, special just for you, we have an extra bonus as well to go with it.
Yeah.
So you're going to get our whole plan, all the recipes, the instructional videos, a mug, a t-shirt, a hoodie bag, access to us, the whole plan. You're going to lose the weight. You're going to learn how to create a lifestyle that you love. And Margie says she wants that mug.
That's right, Margie, you can have it.
And so today we also
only
are going to include, this is our coveted 30-day jumpstart, okay? We usually sell this as an add-on to our live challenge, and we charge an extra $20 usually for it. Some women in our program call this their Way Down Lifestyle Bible.
because it is a 30-day plan.
Meal plan.
Yeah, meal plan, all laid out for you, because some women can't think about what they should make for lunch and then dinner and then breakfast. And this is 30 days laid out for you of what to make. So all you have to do is go into that book and say, oh, today I'm making this. I need these groceries. That's all you got to do. It's all laid out for you. It's amazing.
And there's extra recipes there as well for you on top of the ones that come with it. So we're including that as a free bonus today, but today only.
Today only. If you don't join today, that bonus goes away.
Yeah.
So
and we have to also talk about the fact that this challenge starts on December 1st. So the shopping cart closes on November 29th, because we need you to have a day to get prepared. And then we're going to start together on December 1st. And so this is a limited time offer, because we want to do it live with you so that we can help support you. And yeah, we're just really excited about it.
And all of us are going to be doing this 10-day challenge together. It's so much fun when we do it together. And we're a Christian community. It's a safe, private Facebook community that you're going to get put into. Different than the Food Freedom Workshop group. It's different. It's called the 10-day Way Down group. And in there, it's only the women who are doing this challenge for the first time. So it's amazing. You're all going to be the same. You're all going to be at the same starting point, and you're all going to see results in just 10 days.
In fact, check this out from Margie. Great bonuses, ladies. She's been with us on this program for 6 months, and she's down 50 pounds. Margie, woo! That's incredible.
Oh, wow.
So
Margie.
she's another one of our like huge testimonials, right? Margie, and you know what? Just a little side note for you. Margie actually works with our Way Down Lifestyle team now too, just in the last month.
Yes.
And in our community, which is different than this 10-day challenge, Margie does our workout,
Workouts.
our weekly workouts. And, you know, we just can't say enough fabulous things about Margie.
And we only found out about her through this program. She joined and now she's part of our team. Yay, Margie.
Yeah.
And wow, she's just done so well. Look at that. You just got to read it again. Wow, great bonuses, ladies. That's right. Margie didn't get that bonus.
Nope.
This is a Black Friday special.
That's right.
She's been on 6 months and she's down 50 pounds. It truly, truly works. Wow, wow, wow.
So if you want to join us, and like we've said, whether you choose to join us or not is 100% up to you. We wanted to give all of the information for you in this masterclass so that you can choose to join us or not and still get amazing results. So if you want to join us, go to 10daywaydown.com. And Betty's asking, what does it cost? It costs $197. And you get access to all that stuff forever, right? For
right.
as long as the program exists, which we have no plans of cutting it down anytime soon. Our mission is to help
Thousands
millions
of women, yeah. And so $197 US, and that includes all that swag. And today only, you get that extra 30-day jumpstart bonus.
That's right.
Okay, so you're going to get the other bonuses, but
oh, you know what other we didn't even talk about that they get? They also get our Maximize Your Success
that is
mini series too.
Yeah, that's another bonus that you're getting today. Wow.
Yeah.
So you want to join today. You want to get in on those extra bonuses. The Maximize Your Success series is another great bonus of extra videos from us and extra teaching on how to maximize your success.
Yeah,
because you will have success on the Way Down lifestyle.
Yeah.
So we've just posted the link.
Sorry,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so the link is there in the chat. All you have to do is go and click on that link and it will take you to where to sign up. Make sure that you put in all the information that's requested. And when you click the button that says submit, you will get a confirmation almost instantly.
Exactly. So that's what we'd like to offer for you for our Black Friday special. We're here to answer any questions that you have, whether they're about the masterclass or about the 10-day challenge. We're here to answer your questions. But let's talk. Sorry, what were you
I was
going
just
to
going to say, but just remember, tomorrow is your Thanksgiving in the States.
Yeah.
And so we are taking tomorrow, giving you a break, but we're going to come back live again on Friday. We decided to do an extra bonus day so that we can talk specifically about the 80-20 rule.
Yeah, that's right. Because that's a really important aspect of your health journey,
Yeah,
the 80-20
really
rule,
is.
and what that really even means. So your exercise for today, for day 3 of this masterclass, is for you to decide to incorporate one new healthy habit each week. Okay, we have to take baby steps on this journey. Okay. And so Betty Lynn is saying the 10-day challenge, though, is that free or do we have to pay for that? That's what's included in the $197, Betty.
Yeah, you get all of that, and that stays with you for life. You get lifetime access to that course. It's an online course with lots of instructional videos. It comes with devotionals.
The live challenge with us is a one-time thing. Yeah. But you can continue to do it after the fact.
Yes.
Without us. So yeah, it's about incorporating one new healthy habit each week so that you don't overwhelm yourself with trying to make all these changes that you can't keep up with. It's about making baby steps in the right direction. Okay. So maybe your new healthy habit this week is going to be to drink more water. Maybe your healthy habit is going to be work on your portion sizes that we talked about yesterday.
And maybe you're going to work on the portion size tomorrow for Thanksgiving.
That's right. Because if you remember yesterday, we actually told you the portion sizes that we like to use. So we like to use half a cup for those starchy carbohydrates like potatoes, like rice, like pasta as our portion size. 3
to 5 ounces of meat. And so if you're having turkey, well, think about the palm of your hand. That's 3 ounces. So have 3 to 5 ounces of turkey.
Yeah, that's right. And lots of veggies. Fill your plate with lots of veggies, but make sure that they're not like doused in too much oil, right? Things like that.
Gravy.
Yeah, that's right. But enjoy your turkey dinner without guilt and portion control how much you eat.
Because you're going to feel so much better after you finished if you portion controlled. You won't have the guilt.
That's right. Exactly. And so again, we've talked about affirmations quite a lot over the last 3 days too. And so our affirmation for today for you, and we would encourage you to take all 3 of these affirmations from the worksheets, post them on your fridge, post them on your mirror, write them on a little sticky note and put it in your wallet. So that you're seeing these things over and over and over again, because we want to get the good thoughts up here.
Mhm.
So today's affirmation is, I aim for progress over perfection as I sow the seeds of a healthy lifestyle.
So we want you to take that affirmation today. Like Casey said, write it down, post it somewhere where you see it often, and remember to look through a different set of lenses. Start to focus on the progress. And you don't have to be perfect. Just start to focus on your progress, because you're going to see success.
Exactly. Somebody's saying, so the 197 is extra.
No, the 197 is the cost of the whole 10-day program, which includes all that swag. It includes the mug, the t-shirt, the little hoodie bag. It includes today, when you join today, you get the bonus of the 30-day jumpstart. Maybe you should go back to that slide so they just understand what it is.
You also get the live challenge with us included. So
you get another group. You're going to have access to Casey and I for the whole 10 days, because we're going to put you into the 10-day Way Down Facebook community.
Yeah. So you get all this, all the meal plan, the recipes, the instructional videos, the encouragement videos, motivation, devotionals for all the 10 days, the private Facebook group. You get a whole bunch of tracker sheets and a shopping list, as well as the swag bundle, the merchandise that we will ship right to you. And you get today the 30-day jumpstart and the Maximize Your Success mini series.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of stuff in there for 197.
We've never offered this whole bundle before like this, and it's only for today where you get that extra bonus.
Mm-hmm. And if you're a member already, if you're in our membership community, we'll talk to you in the membership community. And if you have done our 10-day challenge in the past and are not part of our membership community, check your email, because we have a different offer for you.
Yeah.
So we're not going to confuse it here, but
you're
just
you're all going to get an email, just so you know that too.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to get an email
with the details. Exactly. Yeah. So we have our verse of the day still, which I think is our favorite verse in regards to the Way Down lifestyle.
Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. That's a promise. That is a promise. It doesn't say you might reap what you sow. No, if you plant a radish seed, you're going to get radishes. You're not going to get thistles. So you reap what you sow. The one who sows to please his sinful nature, if you're going to the negative, you're going to reap destruction. You know, your body's not going to be healthy. The one who sows to please the Spirit, from the Spirit will reap eternal life. And that's a promise. It's also, if you treat your body like a temple, you're going to reap those rewards. You're going to get more benefits to being healthy. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time, we will reap the rewards if we don't give up. Wow. So that's one of our favorite verses in the Way Down lifestyle. We just can't grow weary. We just have to carry on. So why don't we just...
I'm just going to stop the screen share.
And
there we go.
So thank you for being with us here for our 3 days of Fire Your Diet Masterclass. We know that you fired your diet, and now it's time to implement everything you've learned. And like we said, sometimes that feels a little overwhelming. That's why we want you to jump into the Way Down lifestyle, into our 10-day Way Down challenge, so that we can help you learn how to implement this without the overwhelming feeling. Because we have a community of support and encouragement, and we pray for one another, and we encourage one another, and we lift each other up, and we inspire one another, we motivate one another. And we know that when God is in the journey, a cord of 3 can't be broken. The Bible talks about that as well. It's the community, it's you and God, and God is at the forefront.
That's right. And Sheila says, thanks, love you both. It really works. Thanks, Sheila.
Thank you, Sheila. Yes. And Sheila's reached her target goal. She's another one in our community, and she is maintaining. So way to go, Sheila. We're proud of you.
Yes, we are. And so, we're really here to answer your questions. Like we've said so many times, our goal through this masterclass is really truly to serve you. And, you know, we hope that what we have shared with you through this 3 days has been helpful, has started a transformation in you and in the way that you think. And whether you continue working with us or not doesn't really matter to us. We would love for you to jump in with us. But our goal and our mission is to help transform the lives of women, whether you work with us or not, right? Because, you know, like we said earlier in the week, knowledge is only power if there's action behind it. And we want to give you the knowledge and the actionable steps to implement it so that you can create the healthy lifestyle that you love and that you want.
That's right. That's exactly well said. And so we truly do hope that you join our 10-day Way Down Challenge, because we know it works. You know, we have so many women in our program and it's working for all of them. So jump in today and get those extra added bonuses today.
Yeah, that's right. And so let us know if you have any questions. I'm not seeing any come up, but we can just wait around for a minute here. Thank you, Karen.
And Karen is another person that's in our community, and she also has become part of our team. We love Karen. In fact, Karen does all the devotionals for us. So thank you for being here with us, Karen. Awesome.
Yeah, and Nell says she sent an email with a partial question, but she's got more questions. That's good. We'll probably respond to all of it just in one email.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will get to that coming up here, Nell. So don't you worry, and thank you for emailing. We will make sure that we answer that.
So we will be back on Friday as an added bonus. And so jump in today, though. Don't wait, because the quicker you get in, the more time you have to prepare, because preparation is key. Also, you're going to get those added bonuses. But enjoy your Thanksgiving tomorrow. We want you to truly enjoy it without guilt. You're choosing. You're not cheating.
Exactly. So why don't you, if you're still here watching with us, as we wait to see if there's any more questions, why don't you tell us what your biggest takeaway has been through this masterclass in the comments? Margie says, looking forward to Friday too. Awesome, Margie.
Perfect.
We're looking forward to it too. We don't have a holiday tomorrow, so we've got more work to do tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah.
But we had our Thanksgiving last month already, and we know that lots of you are getting ready to have great time with your family. And I don't know what it's like where all of you live in terms of like restrictions, but I think for the most part, it's more open this year than it was last year.
Yeah.
So hopefully you're able to see your family and have a great time. Can Canadians pay in Canadian dollars?
Well, our fee is in US dollars because we use US platforms. So unfortunately, our fee is US dollars.
Yeah. So,
and we do our best to keep it as low as we can, because we run a business. We have a team of 7. And so, you know, this is the lowest we can offer this program. Just want you to know that.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, like we've said, our hearts are to help. And that's really, truly, that's why we provide so much value in this masterclass, because
that's right.
You know, we need to uncross all those wires. And Ruth and I work continuously to uncross the wires in our own heads.
And we help all the women in our community continually uncross the wires in their heads.
That's right, exactly.
Because God has given us this mission. It, you know, I'm going to say it didn't really fall into our lap, but it kind of fell into our lap, because we love helping women lose the weight once and for all. We love helping women live a happy, healthy life. And so we want you to do that too, because we know how much better we feel when we're living the healthy lifestyle. And we can enjoy our food. We've found freedom with food. We can eat and enjoy without guilt. And that's worth so much.
Yeah, that's priceless. To quote the old MasterCard commercials,
That's
I don't even know if they make those anymore. You know, all the price this, price that, price this. The experience, priceless. Yeah, that should be ours. We should make one like that.
Yeah.
You know, sprouted grain bread, $3.50. Vegetables, $10. All these things, you know, ground beef, turkey, $20.
That's right.
Finding freedom with food, priceless.
That's right.
I think we should do it. That would be great. And Sheila says you'll save that much by not eating the bad stuff.
Yeah. And we agree with you, Sheila. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
We
great.
just want you all to know that, you know, this works for I think everyone's budget, because we have a variety of foods in our recipes. You know, we have some with chicken, some that are vegetarian, some that are beef, some that are like, what are some of the favorite foods?
Oh, geez. Well, the beef and potato stew is a favorite at my house. In fact, I should make that again. I haven't made it for a while. So that, honestly, it's ground beef, vegetables like carrots, celery, and onion,
Yeah, it's
potatoes,
delicious.
and beef stock, I think is all it, I think that's everything in it.
Yeah.
I might be missing like a spice or something like that, but it's
It's
simple
delicious,
and
yeah.
it's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, Margie says lentil,
Yeah.
lentil soup. Yeah,
I love
so
that
good.
one too, Margie. That's one of my favorites. I make it a lot.
And lentils are very inexpensive.
Very inexpensive. And, you know, I think the breakfast oatmeal cake is my absolute favorite breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's oatmeal. It's a very low cost food.
Yeah, that's right. And then we do have things like salmon too.
Yeah, we have a great
So-
salmon recipe that's to die for. Mm.
Yeah, but if salmon's not in your budget, like this is what we always say, you got to find ways to make this work for your life, right?
right.
Because what works for my life doesn't work for Ruth's life, and it doesn't work for your life. We're all different. We're all individual. And so we have to find ways to make healthy lifestyle changes that fit each of our individual lifestyles. And so for me right now, with a young family, salmon isn't usually on our menu, right? Budget-wise and taste-wise with small kids. So we don't really eat salmon very often.
That's
We
right.
have more of the, you know, the beef
Chicken.
and potato stew or chicken or things like that.
The shaken chicken recipe is really, really good.
Yeah.
And Margie says the Buddha bowl. Yeah, the chicken Buddha bowl is another one.
Yeah.
So delicious.
Yeah,
In
it's
fact, that one, people say the flavors actually explode in their mouth.
yeah,
right?
and
Wow.
that one's like a chicken with rice and peanut sauce. It's so delicious.
It's so delicious.
Yeah. So
Yes. And it's worked for me. I love eating healthy.
and a Buff's bowl, I think it was supposed to be Buddha bowl, which is the
Yeah.
one we were just talking about. It's like rice with chicken and vegetables and peanut sauce, and oh, it's so good.
Thank you so much for this comment. Yeah, it's worked for me. I love eating healthy.
And that's the thing, eating healthy doesn't have to be boring, right? Like the things that we're talking about, like you can have chicken with peanut sauce and rice, and like it's
Yeah.
so delicious.
We eat all the food groups. So it's just a really great lifestyle. You're going to love it. And it might be hard at first, you know, but the more you choose your hard, the easier it gets.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So thanks for being here. We look forward to working with you. We look forward to you jumping into that 10-day weigh down challenge today.
Yeah, exactly. And check your email. So the link, if you want to go join, is 10daywaydown.com. So it's the number 10, WEIGHDOWD.com. Did I say that all?
Yeah, you did.
I couldn't remember if I said the whole thing.
So, but you're going to just look for an email as well. You're going to get an email and
Yeah.
read your whole email. It's going to tell you exactly what you need to do.
Yeah,
So yes, it does get easier. Thank you for that.
yeah, it does.
Awesome.
And best plan ever.
Thanks, Connie. It is a really, really good plan.
And Martha just made the lentil soup. It's great. Yeah, it's so yummy, isn't it?
Yummy, yummy. Yeah. Awesome. So we just want to say thank you for taking the time for the last 3 days to join us here. And if you're watching the replay, hit hashtag replay and let us know that you were here. Let us know what your takeaway was. I know we had some takeaways here. I think we missed them.
Yeah, I think we missed them too.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hopefully you had some good takeaways. I think my best takeaway we continue to learn as we prepare the information too, right? And it's good reminders for us about all these things. And I think for me, I really love the lens
Me too.
analogy, right? That we have to look through a new set of lenses and we have to continue to adjust the lenses always,
That's
right? Because in this health journey, like as we continue to get it right, we got to continue to get it right. We got to be consistent.
Yeah. If you have glasses like me, I have to clean my glasses a lot.
Yeah. And you have to go for a checkup every so often to make sure it's still right. So we got to keep checking in.
They get dirty. They get smudged. We got to wipe that off. We got to realize that if we fall down, if we can still look up, we can still get up. Sometimes we fall off the wagon. We talk all about that in our food freedom workshop, but you know what? You can do it. One step at a time, one baby step at a time, one micro goal at a time. We do believe in you.
Yes, we do.
If not now, when? You know, I really challenge you. Like, if you're sitting on the fence, just think about what your life is going to be like 30 days from now. It can be totally changed, or 30 days from now, it can be exactly the same as you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, which one are you going to choose? Choose your heart.
That's right. Okay, I'm not seeing any more questions, so I think we will wrap this up, and we will see you again Friday for the 80-20 rule. And happy Thanksgiving to all of our American friends,
Enjoy your dinners.
and happy regular Thursday tomorrow for all of our Canadian friends. And we
Love
will
ya.
see you all again soon.